Is hot on the happenings of the years he has served under President Uhuru Kenyatta. The second in command says there were years of intimidation by various government agencies to him and his allies as he promised to transform the nation once he ascends to power. Elizabeth Mutuku has the details.
After his endorsement to fly the United Democratic Party flag in the next general election, Deputy President William Ruto opened the floor guns blazing, this time directing the message to his boss President Uhuru Kenyatta, whom he says has marshaled power, with his allies taking captive of some of the government bodies and which says have antagonized them for the past 4 years.
They have weaponized the EACC. They have weaponized the KRA to run political errands, to dismantle businesses that belong to people who do not worship them. And I want to tell them, this country will change. On our first day, we will free the DCI. We will free the KRA from state capture.
Without mincing words, Ruto told off his boss for what he terms as creating cartel around him and who have been used to cripple Kenyans' business, urging Kenyans to open eyes and choose the right leadership come August 9th.
The weaponization of the DCI, EACC and KRA is not limited to these leaders. It goes to many business enterprises have been crippled and destroyed by a weaponized DCI, EACC and KRA. Today, it is not just the big business. It is not just Humphrey Karaoke's business. It is not Tabitha Karanja and Keroje business. Even the border today are victims of a weaponized fight against people who don't share in the belief of those who hold the levers of power today.
We do not want a puppet regime, and we do not want puppet leaders. Hatutaki kamwe kuambiwa kwamba tumewekewa kiongozi ambaye mtu anashika remote control, akisema pause, una pause. Akifinya bright, unaweka bright. Akifinya dark, inakuwa dark. Akisema zima, anazima. We do not want a remote-controlled leader in this country. We want a leader who is hands-on.
In a meeting which brought together thousands of delegates at Kasarani Gymnasium, DP Ruto, in a hearty speech, says his humility has been taken for granted. The second in command says he will not be intimidated.
And I want to promise them that power is transient and the people of Kenya will overcome. We will not submit to your threats and blackmail. We will not bow to you. We will not worship you. We worship the living God in heaven. We worship no human being.
Defines you as different from them because you have emphasized that we must have production before consumption. They emphasize consumption without production. And our country will never grow unless we pay attention to production before consumption.
His allies as well didn't have kind words to the head of state and his endorsement to ODM boss Raila Odinga, promising to support Ruto to the last man.
Kuna mwingine anataka tamu yake ya tatu. Anataka tamu yake ya tatu. Kinyume cha sheria ya Kenya. We must be very clear. We are coming together on ideas of the people of Kenya, not on families hapa. And I want to say categorically si ati ni mahaslas tu, hata hiyo Duale unasema mambo ya bourgeoisie, wako upande mwingine. Hiyo ni ya families.
And for me, supporting a good human being is more important than supporting a good leader. Because we can take your word. William Ruto akiniambia tuende Mombasa, nitamgojea Sultan Hamud. Watu wengine wakiniambia tuende Mombasa, pengine uende Naivasha. Because you cannot take their word. Thank you for being a dignified man. Thank you for being a man who we can take their word.
Nitoroke kwa sababu ya William Ruto, kwani anakula watu? Mimi sikutoroka, nilikaa na tangu hapa nikaamua barabara ni hii. Barabara ni hii.
Even as DP Ruto was keen to take on his boss, he still referred him as a friend.
Hata leo mimi nakwambia bwana Jimmy, unajua Uhuru Kenyatta ni rais wa Kenya na ni mdosi wangu. Kwa hivyo hata wakati tunaimba tusiseme yote yawezekana bila Uhuru Kenyatta. Na waomba kwa heshima, tafadhali.
Gloves are off as UDA party leader receives endorsement from the party. It's now clear him and his boss is a done deal, even as he's expected to face his endorsement Raila Odinga in the next general election. Elizabeth Muchiko, TV 47 Kasarani, Nairobi.